Okay class, before we get started with class for today, I have a couple of announcements. First, today at lunch they will be serving spaghetti and meatballs. But, second, after school today there will be parent-teacher conferences.
Oh no, this isn't going to be good.
What makes you say that?
Nothing ever good is said about me during those conferences. I mean, do you remember how long I was grounded for the last time there was one?
No, I don't remember.
2, 7, 8, 9, 5, 4, 4, 9, 0, 5, 1, 4, 7, 5 years.
Oh come on Caillou, it might be a bit better this time around.
Either way, I'm not going to hold my breath. Leo, I'm really dreading this parent-teacher conference. I just know afterwards I'm going to be so grounded. How do you parents usually react after the parent-teacher conference?
They actually don't go to them. Either they're busy or Miss Martin says it's not that important for me to go.
I see. Wish my parents didn't have to go like they usually do.
Yeah, sorry dude. Meanwhile, when Caillou and Rosie get home from school.
Okay kids, we're about to leave for your parent-teacher conferences. We should be back in a few hours.
Try not to destroy the house, okay?
I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll just be watching whatever is on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Alright, sounds good kids. Dinner is in the fridge if you guys get hungry.
Alright, let's get going.
So how do you think this is going to go? I was thinking, Caillou's behavior has started to get better, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, there has been some noticeable improvements to his behavior, but we'll just have to see how he acts at school. I mean, it's one thing to try to behave well at home, but it's another thing to act well in school too.
I suppose you're right.
Miss Martin should be calling us to come in any time now.
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes not everything is said and done right on the dot. Mr. and Miss Anderson, you are free to come in for our conference.
Hey Caillou, mind if we watch something else since this SpongeBob episode is just a rerun?
Sure, what do you want to watch?
How about History Channel? I think they're playing Pawn Stars.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I wish I had a bunch of buddies that I could call to take a look at stuff.
Yeah, I wonder how we met all of them.
Thank you both for coming in. I think it's very important that we talk about your two kids, Caillou and Rosie. I want to talk about Caillou first, because I think it's most important.
I bet I can see where this is going. Has Caillou been bad?
Well, not necessarily. His behavior certainly has changed throughout the past few months. I will say it has been an improvement for the most part. Well, that's good to hear. I figured his home behavior would be a pretty good indication of how he has been doing in school. I agree. So continuing, Caillou has went from a D average to about a C average, which still isn't great, but it is an improvement. His grades in history in particular seem to have shown great improvements. Hey, sometimes you have to take baby steps, as they say.
A C average is certainly not ideal, but at least it's an improvement.
There is one major thing I do want to talk about, and that is his actual classroom behavior. It is improved slightly, but I do find him saying some pretty rude things. Sometimes it's the funny kind of rude, to be fair.
Yeah, sounds like Caillou alright.
We may have to talk to him about this in particular. Is there anything else we should know about? Well, besides that, there isn't much else bad that I have to say about him. He has also shown signs of taking more initiative, as he seems very interested in working, which is great. I am curious though, do you think there was anything in particular that changed his behavior? A few months ago we went onto Dr. Phil's show. He did show us some mistakes in parenting we had made and has since helped us a lot. He also did send Caillou to the ranch for a week, which probably helped him out too.
I still remember Caillou thinking Dr. Phil was referring to ranch dressing.
Well, whatever you guys are doing, it's been good. I can assure you that.
It seems like what's up next is American pickers.
You know, I wonder how they get into so many different places. I'm surprised there aren't more people who get angry they're going on other people's property.
It's probably all staged.
Yeah, that makes sense then. I wish they could come to our house and buy all of our stuff.
Considering how much they pay for some stuff, I would love to see that.
So continuing, let's move on to your daughter, Rosie. As usual, Rosie has been doing a wonderful job in class and has even taken the role as our classroom president. That's our wonderful daughter, always the leader of people. It makes sense she would have such a great leadership role here. Shockingly, Caillou actually won the classroom election but didn't want the job as soon as he learned how little power it has.
I definitely didn't hear about that. How did Caillou even win the election?
It shocked me too, to be honest. But Caillou really seemed to know what people want. Getting back to the topic of Rosie and her performance, I'm happy to say she is still doing very well. Though she went from an A+ average to more of an A- average. I'm not too worried about her, of course, but as long as she keeps an A, she should be fine.
Good to hear.
Anything else we need to know about Rosie's performance? That's about all that I wanted to cover. Caillou has definitely been on the right track to getting better and Rosie is doing very well. So, I say we're just about done here. Thank you both for coming in and discussing this with me. Thanks for having us, Miss Martin.
Certainly went better than I thought.
Meanwhile, when Boris and Doris get back home.
Caillou, I want to talk with you for a second.
And I would also like to talk with you, Rosie.
Oh no, here it comes.
Sure thing, Mom.
So, we both talked to Miss Martin, and I just want to say I'm glad you have started to do better in school. It's really important that you do well and I want you to continue to improve.
Thanks, Dad.
Though Miss Martin did mention you can be rude sometimes, so I would also appreciate it if you could watch your behavior sometimes in class too. I understand that you might just want to be funny and that's fine, but consider how it may disrupt class and can be taken the wrong way.
I certainly will think about it then.
Alright, that's about all I wanted to talk with you about, so keep all that in mind.
So wait, I'm not in trouble? I'm not going to be grounded?
I see no reason. You showed clear signs of improvement, so I have no reason to punish you.
I see. Thanks, Dad.
So, how did the conference go?
Quite well, fortunately. It went a lot better than expected.
That's good.
Miss Martin told me that you have been doing rather well. The only thing is that your grade average went from an A+ to an A-. Which is fine, just try to keep it at an A.
Will do, Mom.